that were given to various players?
I think that you know, it's great for our team. I'm sure that every player that earns something would want to share it with the guys that are on this team, because it's not an individual type team. And but all those young men are deserving of it, and you know, happy about that.
I was a little surprised that Willie wasn't Player of the Year in the SEC. Nothing against Bobby Portis, but what was your reaction to that?
No, I think, I mean, it probably came down to those two. But I mean, I don't know how. You know, we're not privy to the ballots. Both had an excellent year. Probably more voters looked at numbers than anything else, but that's kind of a natural a little bit. But you know, Willie had an outstanding year, and for where he came from the first 2 years to this year, it's just terrific to see.
When you got 8 or 9 guys at all on a given night, could be an all SEC, all American type player, is it like it's tough for whether it be coaches or us voting on awards to figure out on a team like Kentucky who to honor, who to recognize?
Yeah, I mean, with these awards, they're nice and everything, but that's not what these kids are playing for. And there's some of them mean a lot more than others. You know, that's more of what their opinions are, you know, of the players. But I mean, honestly, when we did our voting, it was tough because you can't vote for your own players, and it was hard for us as a staff to do that.
Do you like that Willie over there said, you know, give him Player of the Year? I'll take 31-0 every day.
That's how I answered that earlier question. I mean, that's what this team's done. I mean, if these players are going to give up minutes and shots and points and rebounds and assists to see their name on a piece of paper that, you know, all this or all that, the goal's much bigger. And they play as a team like that, and that's just a prime example of why this team has been playing well.
John, going into the tournament, what do you feel like you're doing really well right now, and what's an area where you'd like to see some improvement down in Nashville?
Well, I think we're being more aggressive and more attacking offensively. I think that Andrew and Tyler have done a good job of pushing the ball up court and putting pressure on the defense. That just gives us one more look at each possession at the basket. I think our post players are getting better and better and being more aggressive and scoring around the goal. You know, I guess one thing that we've got to shore up a little bit maybe is ball screen defense, and because that's what teams are trying to do right now. And we're still good. Everybody got spoiled at what we did early in the year when you're holding teams to 26, 27, 28%, as opposed to somebody shooting 42%. It's like the roof, you know, fell in. So, but I would say that.
Is that a communication issue?
Yeah, it can be. Part communication, part breaking down, part stop playing. So, but those are easily fixable.
John, Willie said that he said he had a chip on his shoulder about being known as a defensive player, which I thought defense wins championships. So and he wants to be known as a well-rounded offensive threat as well as defensive. How does that strike you? What do you think about a guy that's a defensive player of the year, yet he's kind of unhappy about that lately?
Well, I mean, I don't think that really has a whole lot to do with being player of the year. His offense is still a work in progress. Where he's come, like I mentioned earlier, where he's come from 2 years ago, it's not nearly what it is right now. Now we want to throw the ball to the post and you know, have him make a play or get fouled because he's shooting free throws so much better this year. All our guys, I mean, I think we're 71.5% as a team. So it's not like we have to hide anybody. It doesn't have to be situational that way. But one thing with Willie, I mean, that's going to transpire is that being a good defensive player is a great thing. I mean, he changes the game in so many facets, and I saw, you know, all types of conversation about him, and they were all the same. You can guard a 1 through a 5. How you gonna? You can't really do that when you're 7 foot ½ inch, you know, and it's a luxury we have.
John, what are the difficulties of facing a team for the 3rd time in a season like you already have to do on Friday?
I think that that's a little bit, you know, exaggerate a little bit the 3rd time. It's the next game. I mean, so I guess, we're going to play just the way that the brackets game. We could have actually for us and them, they get to watch. We get to watch 2 games of us playing against them as opposed to 1. Like for instance, if we drew Texas A&M, we played them so long ago that they've played 16 games in between. Well, you don't have enough time to watch 16 games. So for all 3 schools, I think familiarity will be a big thing, and we'll see how it goes.
Do you share Cal's disdain for conference tournaments in general? Would you just rather not? Rather skip on ahead to the NCAA tournament if you could?
Yeah, I mean, it's just tough when you have to play 3 games in 3 days and then turn right back around and most likely play on Thursday. That's tough. I mean, now you're talking potentially, 5 games in 8 days? That's tough going, going forward. Somebody has to do it. Now a bunch of leagues have already finished, but most of your bigger leagues are like that. So that's pretty much the downfall for me, is to jam that much into a short period of time.
Do you lean on your depth a little bit more?
Oh, you have to. Yeah, you have to. I mean, what you're going to see, like right now, you got a bunch of guys. You got some really, really good players that are hurt right now. House at A&M, Mickey at LSU, Gaines at Georgia. So, hopefully they can come back and play. But you're talking about 3 really, all league players. I don't know, I can't remember if Gaines was or not, but all league players that the deeper the team, the fresher you can become, and your bounce back is quicker. So, hopefully that's the case. Some schools are playing 4 or 5 guys over 30 minutes. I see you, Trey.
Can you tell the difference, John, just looking at your guys, of being relatively fresh because they don't log a lot of minutes?
Well, I think we've done a good job with that all year long. I think the person who plays in most of our teams is about 25 minutes. Is that about right? Not only that, but I think what Coach did as far as one off day that's mandated, and then the other day being an individual work, lift, film day, you're not pounding them on the court for 2 hours that day. And we've been doing that for probably about 6 weeks now. So I think that helps as well. And then this is a nice break for us. Now, we haven't played since Saturday, and that's really 4 days ago. And we're going to watch some film and do workouts this afternoon, and then really get back we're going to script some things tonight, and then get back at it tomorrow before we travel.
Anything else?
That's it.
Thanks.